I think I'm on. I'm not certain. I think I'm on. Hey there.
You're on.
I'm on. Woo! You never know. It's Facebook Live. It's magic. Hey, hi there. Hey, where are you going? Where are you going? I mean it. No, I mean it. I really want to know, where are you going? Do you know? Because if you don't know, why are you going nowhere so darn fast? Put the brakes on. I'll explain all that later. Hi there. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley. I'm Reverend Lynn Chaplin-Noe, and this is your Thursday night spiritual uplift or tune-up. If your spiritual brakes are a little mushy, this is your tune-up tonight. So before we get started, I would like for you to take out a clean piece of paper and take your number 2 pencil, because I'm going to be asking you some questions tonight. And you're probably not going to like it, but I'm probably going to give you a little quiz at the end. Don't stress. Not a bad quiz. So how about that opening question, huh? Do you know where you're going? And I wasn't trying to be glib, and I wasn't trying to be cute. I genuinely ask myself that all the time, all day long. Lynn Ann, where are you going with this? What are you doing? What do you want to do? What do you want? What is mine to do? And I'm easily distracted by the world. I listen to the world. I play the games of the world. And the world right now is real chatty. We are bombarded. And I'm going to give you the list of things, some of the things that I think we're bombarded with. I'm going to go slowly. Really pay attention. War, politics, pandemics, premonitions or fear of the future, relationships, family, health issues, money issues, insurance, safety for our families and our communities, safety for ourselves, doubt, questions of faith, divisiveness in our families, in our communities, all of this on a global scale. Are any of those things that I've just mentioned concerning to you? I know we're religious scientists, and science of mind is our practice, and yet do we think we should bypass the very evidence of things right in front of us that are going on our planet, that we could actually, in our own way, affect? So let's start there by being honest about where we are right now. I mean, individually. I'm going to read to you something that Eckhart Tolle, it's easier for me to read it off the page here. Let me see. Let me find it. Don't look for any other state than the one you are in now. Otherwise, you will set up inner conflict and unconscious resistance. Forgive yourself for not being at peace. The moment you completely accept your non-peace becomes peace. It is transmuted to peace. Anything you accept will get you there, will take you into peace. This is the miracle of surrender. That's Eckhart Tolle. By getting you there, we're talking about our spiritual GPS. Where am I right now? So start where you are right now. Acknowledge that this is where you are, and you have already taken the road to peace. Trust me, this might be a good time for you to take a breath right now and just listen to that. Start with where you are. Acknowledge that this is where you are. and you have already taken or stepped onto the road of peace. Are you going to change the world the way it is, the world without you, if you're not willing to change the world within you? So, here we go. What is your spiritual GPS? Well, GPS, and any of us who have a car, whatever, global positioning system. I have tried numerous ways of fitting a spiritual way into that, of saying like a God positioning system, or go point somewhere else, but that's 4 words. I don't know. What would you suggest? What would you call it? Spiritual GPS. In fact, I'd like to see your comments. So if you have taken out your clean piece of paper and your number 2 pencil, jot that down. What would you call your spiritual GPS? So that it speaks to your number 1, soul's calling, number 2, your desires, and number 3, your purpose. And I'm emphasizing purpose. Global positioning system. Global is an all-encompassing, and it's the totality of our existence in the symbolic round orb. God's in that. In fact, God is that. God is all in all. Positioning, by definition, and I will read that, it is, positioning is to put something in a particular space. Once something is in its particular place, everything can work efficiently with no problems. You're in the right direction, kind of like what you focus on becomes your reality. I don't know. So position yourself for your good, for your own good. System. System, what does that mean? By definition, system means a set of things working together as parts of a mechanism or an interconnecting network. And begin to think of these, begin to reframe these as spiritual. A set of organs in the body with common structure, or shall we say, the body of our thoughts. A group of celestial objects connected by their mutual attractive forces, especially moving in orbits about the center. Keep reframing this spiritually. Jot it down if you can. Set of rules used in measurement or classification, and orderliness method. So do any of those things fulfill your expectations of what a system is? Does any of it sound like your own spiritual practice? Jot down on your paper how this resembles how you practice your beliefs. So I think you're actually creating for yourself, if you're jotting down these answers, you're creating for yourself your own GPS and your own roadmap. So there you go. And if that means by identifying with orderliness, a set of principles according to which something is done, shall we say, an organizing principle? If that also suggests an interconnectedness with the parts of the whole, then that's a great system. Okay, now we know that as spiritual edge walkers, which we are, by the way, thank you, Jim Lockhart, we're edge walkers, we have a good solid system. You know what it is? God is, I am. So there, everything should stop spinning around us. There's peace in the land. There's world peace. Everyone is healthy. Whoa, partner. We have established that this is where we are in the midst of the tornado of effect. This is where we are. These things are existing. And I know this is not the reality of my soul. And this is not my deepest idea of good, what's happening in the world, but this is what's hitting me, bombarding me daily, bombarding you, us, all of us, at warp speed, daily. That's what I talk about to myself all day long. Lynn, where are you going? What are you doing? What is mine to do? Oh, boy, let's take a breath. Let's take a breath and know compassion for us all and begin with ourselves. That's a lot. It's a lot. And we're not alone. So if I'm living at the level of what's on the news, then let me say this and know that I already have taken a step onto the path of peace. If I say, this is what's happening, this is where I am, I have already stepped on the path to lead me to peace. And to be honestly, really, 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 really honest, and allow the I am that I am to position me on that path. I have to be really, 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 really honest. That's my global positioning system. And I say global because we're all in this together. All of us. In fact, universally. The universe, as you know, they say the universe is conspiring for my highest good. Well, this is true. The universe is also experiencing this dis-ease, this unrest, this spinning around, all of this. And when I say this is where I am, the universe kind of jumps on too, right? It's the universe that says yes. And so if I say this is where I am, I begin to step into my purpose and the universe backs me up. It says, yes, what do you want? What do you desire? What do you want revealed in your life, on your planet? What do you want revealed for your family, for your community, for your country, for the globe? And it'll say yes, if it's for your highest good, and that's my global positioning system. I say, this is where I am, and we're all in this together, baby, and the universe has got our back. So the title of this exploration tonight is, what's your spiritual GPS system? And I added, are you guided or are you driven? So let's go back to the dictionary. So let's talk about guidance, and let's talk about living at the level of effect. Effect. And this is not anything in fact, I'm not the person to say use the GPS for a spiritual metaphor. I've heard this before. We're all using it because it's in our vernacular and we're aware of it and it's easy to apply. So let's start with effect. Any body, this is the definition, any body here not know what effect is? Just raise your hand. And if you raised your hand, okay. Anybody here not know what effect means? Okay. Effect means a change which is the result or consequence of an action or other cause. Cause. Well, let's see. What does that mean? A person or thing that gives rise to an action, phenomenon, or condition. Wow. You can't make this stuff up, man. This is good stuff. So we know that we are the cause to our every experience. But globally, that's kind of a lot to take on, isn't it? we have a collection of consciousness, and it's called the world of effect. So when I pay attention to the world of effect, I am kind of participating in what's going on, in the hype, in the spinning, in the bombardment of things. My teacher used to say, listening to the world was his way of saying living at the world of effect, listening to the world. But it's kind of hard not to hear it because, as I said earlier, that's real darn chatty, all the stuff that's going on. So in this way, living at the level of effect, I'm driven by what is going on around me. I am at the effect of it. And my continual buying into it makes me a part of it. Now, this is not counterintuitive. I said earlier, do you identify with some of these things that are happening in the world? Well, sure, come on, let's be very, very, very honest. Really, really, very, very honest and say, yeah, this stuff's going on in the world, but that's not who I am, and I don't live at the level of that. I live at the level of my soul's calling, of my desires, my purpose, my awareness of my God self. So if I'm guided by my spiritual GPS, I'm in the driver's seat of my own choosing. And you know what's in that driver's seat with me? Love, compassion, generosity, gratitude, creativity, forgiveness, right thinking, humility, peace. Use your pencil. Do you have your pencil? I'm looking over here at the comments. It's so hard for me to see the comments, and I wish I could. So use your pencil and jot down your definitions of when you are living at the level of cause. What does that mean to you if you're living at the level of cause? Running around like a chicken with his head cut off, the sky is falling. And I'm being really, really, really honestly honest with you. A lot of what's going on causes upset in me, causes stress. That shows up in body. It makes me irritable. It makes me not trusting. I'm talking very honestly. This is the human me, the spiritual me having a human experience. My human experience of all that's going on, this bombardment, shows up in body. Did you experience that? Does it show up in your body? I don't know. I know one thing for sure, that when I get in my car and I have my phone and I turn on my GPS, I know the first thing they ask me is not where I'm going. The first thing Siri asks me is, where are you? Let's say where we are. And right now where I am sometimes is being at the effect of what's going on around me. I'm blessed. I have the benefit of a teaching that supports me in doing what I need to do to move past that and stay on that path toward peace. God is, I am, is my system. And it is not always easy to do that. And you have support in doing that. You have the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley. And when you are at the point where you cannot say, God is, I am, and get in the driver's seat, you can call Reverend Pam, you can call me, you can email any of the practitioners. That's what we're here for. This is what's mine to do, is that. What is yours to do? Well, if you can't be there with that, and it's painful, and you're in pain, you have your spiritual center to back you up. So here's your quiz. You ready for these? I told you there'd be a quiz, so here it is. It's not multiple guess either. Number one, what is your definition of your spiritual GPS? Just jot it down. A buzz says, I'm going to heaven, but I'm taking my time. Here's a good one. Time flies. That's the bad news. The good news is, at least you're in the driver's seat. Oh, well, never mind. Okay, number two question. Can you identify with any world or global conditions that you are ready to address, dismiss, bless, send on? Is there anything in that list that I gave you, and you can add to that list of things going on in the world that cause you concern? Get really, really, really honestly honest and jot that down. Once you've jotted that down, guess who's in the driver's seat? Guess who can tend to how or respond to what that is? If it's war or pandemic or bills or whatever, how are you responding to that now? Once you identify it and you say, that's where I am, you know you've already taken charge. You're in the driver's seat. Third question, be honest and just say in a few words where you are right now. Knowing that that is the key to moving toward peace. Where are you right now? I'm ambivalent. I'm comforted. I'm supported. I'm motivated. I'm afraid. I'm strong. And that'll change, won't it? Because you're in the driver's seat. Number four, what is our spiritual global positioning system? It's 4 words. What is our, I just told it to you, what is our spiritual global positioning system? I want to, and in caps. And I'll give you a secret. It's God is I am. In caps. Number 5, are you guided or driven? So Michael Beckwith says, pain pushes you until the vision pulls you. So you know, if you're driven, then you're at the effect. You're living at the level of effect. What's going on in the world, you're driven. Your life isn't your own. You're driven to just do what it is that you do just to get by every day and subsist. Or are you guided by your spiritual GPS? You're guided. You're on. You put yourself on the path toward peace by saying, this is where I am. And loving yourself, compassion for yourself. This is where I am. Number 6, do you know where you're going? I'll give you a clue. Doesn't matter. Only matters where you are right now. And I'm so glad you're here watching this. Well, there you go. And if you do know where you are right now, oh, Pamela, what did Pamela say? You know, I can't see this. Pamela says, I'm open to more of, and I can't see it because there's so many things on my screen. I can't see it, but hi, Pam. Hi, Rev Pam. Rev Pam is here. So if you do know where you're going, then you know, if you do know where you're going, you've got all the time in the world. Okay. Ooh, 7:24. And so begins the lesson. Thank you for being here. I'm so grateful to you for being here. Short treatment. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath and breathe in this truth. God is. And breathe out. I am. And so it is. It's a heck of a system, isn't it? I didn't make it up. Okay, so I'll see you this Sunday at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time for a service. And that's either live and in person in our beautiful sunny sanctuary in Camarillo, California, or on Facebook Live. And so if you got here today, right now on this, you've got all that information that you need to get on there and be on Facebook Live with us. And we love seeing your comments, by the way. That's always so inspirational to us to see uh, how much a difference we make in your lives. We want to know that we do that. And Rev Pam's going to be there with Lisa Coffey talking about when the going gets tough, the tough get going, and things are tough. This is where I am. I've already stepped on to the path of peace. And, you know, when you do go on Sunday, if you go on Facebook Live, share that on Facebook. We would love to have your friends have that experience. So, what's your spiritual global positioning system? Let me hear it loud and clear. God is, I am. And so begins the lesson. See you next time. Oh, I love you.